Get ready for a jaw-dropping insight into the future of real estate in 2024. Brace yourselves as we dive deep into the astounding revelations straight from the heart of the housing market. In a recent report by Zillow, the crystal ball of real estate predictions, there's news that's bound to make homeowners and potential buyers alike sit up and take notice. Hold on to your seats, folks, because we're in for a thrilling ride. Picture this. Zillow has just cranked up its forecast for U.S. home prices, and it's sending shockwaves through the industry. The numbers are staggering. Home values are expected to surge by a remarkable 6.5% from July 2023 to July 2024. That's right, a meteoric rise that's set to rewrite the rules of the housing game. But that's not all. This isn't just a mere tweak from their previous estimate. Last month, Zillow was singing a different tune, calling for a 5.5% growth in 2023. This sharp upward revision is nothing short of spectacular. And if you thought that was mind-blowing, here's the clincher. Zillow predicts a jaw-dropping 4.2 million existing home sales in 2023. But here's the twist, a whopping 17% decline compared to the previous year. It's a roller coaster of a market, my friends, and we're all on board for the ride. Susan Miller, the brilliant mind behind Empire State Properties, paints a vivid picture of what lies ahead. Brace yourselves because the trajectory of housing prices is clear. They're on an upward journey, not just until next summer, but very likely well beyond. The culprit? An incredibly tight inventory left the market in a state of near stagnation. It's a scenario where change is sluggish and patience is paramount. But what's keeping potential buyers at bay? The answer lies in the formidable shadow cast by high mortgage rates. Miller reveals a sobering reality. Many prospective buyers have been deterred, forced into retreat by interest rates that have soared to new heights. The prospect of doubling their mortgage rate for a smaller home is simply not an enticing one. Miller points to a potential lifeline, a glimmer of hope on the horizon. If interest rates were to take a dip, it could trigger a seismic shift. Lower rates could lead to a surge in inventory and a blossoming of new developments. But for now, unless you're that rare breed of investor with the means to weather the storm, there's little incentive to take the plunge. So, what's the verdict? Brace yourself because Miller predicts that we'll continue to find ourselves squarely in a seller's market for another 2 to 3 years. It's a landscape where those holding the keys to real estate have the upper hand. And the numbers don't lie. As of the week ending August 24th, the 30-year fixed-rate mortgage hit a staggering 7.23%, a level not seen since 2001. Freddie Mac suggests that the indicators of a robust economy will likely keep pushing rates upward in the short term. And here's the sobering truth echoed by several experts. Homeowners are feeling locked into their mortgages. Until this changes, we shouldn't anticipate any seismic shifts in the real estate market. It's a market where patience is the name of the game, and where the balance of power remains firmly in the hands of sellers. Another consequence of high house prices. An impact on the rental market. Saifo Simla, the visionary mind behind Matrix Rental Solutions, drops a bombshell of wisdom on us. Brace yourselves, because the ripple effect of perpetually high home prices might just send shockwaves through the rental housing market. It's a revelation that could redefine how we think about renting in the years to come. Here's the crux of it. As home prices continue their skyward ascent, joined by a confluence of limited inventory and climbing interest rates, the dream of homeownership becomes increasingly elusive. Prospective buyers are left in a quandary, lingering on the sidelines, their aspirations of homeownership postponed indefinitely. Instead, they find themselves locked into rental housing for more extended periods than they had initially envisaged. But here's where it gets truly intriguing. Simla hints at a looming affordability gap in the realm of home rentals. Imagine a scenario where individuals and families, tethered to budget constraints, struggle to secure housing that fits within their financial means. It's a narrative that could reshape the way we view housing affordability. And this, my friends, underscores the intricate dance between the housing sales and rental markets. As one transforms, it sets off a chain reaction in the other. It's a symbiotic relationship where shifts in one arena can create cascading effects in the other, sending ripples through the entire housing ecosystem. What would it take for prices to drop? Peter C. Earle, the seasoned economist from the American Institute for Economic Research, serves as our guide through this intricate web of possibilities. Brace yourselves because the scenario he paints is nothing short of remarkable. To see home prices take a significant dip, it would require nothing less than a substantial plunge, one that could counterbalance the skyrocketing monthly payments brought about by a 2-year doubling of mortgage rates. It's a Herculean task, one that seems almost insurmountable without the backdrop of a colossal economic downturn. But hold on to your hats because there's a glimmer of hope on the horizon. Earl hints at a potential game changer, a shift in policy by the Federal Reserve from contractionary to expansionary. If the Fed were to pave the way for lower interest rates, we might see some movement in the real estate landscape. However, Earl adds a dose of realism, noting that the Fed's commitment to a higher for longer interest rate policy makes this scenario appear unlikely. However, the plot thickens as we explore the multifaceted nature of the market. Even when interest rates do eventually drop, experts caution that the supply-demand equation remains in favor of sellers. Saiful Simla, another industry expert, chimes in with a sobering perspective. Lower interest rates alone may not translate into increased affordability for prospective homebuyers. The reason? As rates fall, more individuals are likely to enter the market, intensifying the competition for a limited housing supply. As we wrap up this enlightening journey into the future of real estate in 2024, we hope you've gained valuable insights that will guide your investment decisions. But the excitement doesn't end here. If you're curious about the distinctions between real estate investments and trading, be sure to click on the video displayed on your screen. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to continuing this exploration with you in the future.